it is time. I've now done one shot. I think it's time to switch it over soon. Oh man.
Governor DeSantis, let me begin with you on this one. Speak to Republican voters who are supporting Donald Trump. Why should you and not him be the Republican nominee to face Joe Biden a year from now?
This country is in trouble, and the elites that have put us here, they don't care about you. They don't care that you're having to grapple with higher grocery prices.
You don't care about anyone.
Gas prices. They don't care that your family's less secure because of the open border that's allowed drugs and even terrorists to come into this country. Well, I am not going to sit idly by and let this country continue its downward spiral. We need leadership, and we need it now. I'll take the hits, I'll take the arrows, I'll take the slings, because ultimately it's not about me. It's about you. I will fight for you.
Damn, he's been practicing this one in the mirror for a bit.
And as a veteran, I will get the job done. Now, if you look where we are now, it's a lot different than where we were in 2016.
A veteran.
And Donald Trump's a lot different.
Veteran of Guantanamo Bay.
Guy than he was in 2016. He owes it to you to be on this.
He tortured people there. Well, he helped lead torture other people there.
Explain why. Well, we saw last night. I'm sick of Republicans losing. In Florida, I showed how it's done. 1 year ago here.
He's so mad. He's trying.
I think you look at the fact
I gotta
that we're
drink again.
$34 trillion.
Look at this cool Nikki Haley.
60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 50% of American families can't afford diapers. 1 in 6 American families can't pay their utility bills. You have
oh, it's the deep state. Okay, there we go. I was like, it'll probably catch up, right? Right?
I think that we've got to go back to the fact that we can't live in the past. We can't live in other headlines. We've got to start focusing on what's going to make America strong and proud. And that's what I'm focused on doing. Let's make sure we pay down our debt. I think we need an accountant in the White House. Let's make sure that we have transparency in the classroom. As a mom, I know what that means. Let's make sure we secure our borders so that our families are safe. Let's get crime down because our families want to know that they can be safe no matter where they go. And as the wife of a combat veteran, I will tell you, a military needs to know we have our back, and we need to make sure that America is strong.
Ambassador, thank you very much.
That was categorically more. She was more boring. She sounded like a computer.
Going on in the Republican Party here, and I am upset about what happened last night. We've become a party of losers.
Stay mad.
It was a cancer in the Republican establishment. Let's speak the truth. Think about who's moderating this debate. This should be Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, and Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah. All of the alt-right pipeline guys who are currently leading the way. Yeah. Fucking Tucker Carlson. Well, he's probably the craziest out of all of them.
To host a Democratic debate, they wouldn't do it. And so the fact of the matter is, Kristen, I'm going to use this time because this is actually about you in the media and the corrupt media establishment. Ask you, the Trump-Russia collusion hoax that you pushed on this network for years, was that real?
Of course, he's just going to use this as a. Oh, this is great. This is not a debate towards them. This is your debate, dude.
Media rigged the 2016 election. They rigged the 2020 election with the Hunter Biden laptop story, and they're going to rig this election.
Your time is up.
Accountability.
Let me turn to Governor Christie. Why you?
Poor Chris Christie. I say poor. He's not poor.
We have our greatest
The fucking fat ass Chris Christie.
From a terrorist group that has committed to wiping them and every Jewish person in this world off the map.
Here's where it starts.
We have Ukraine with Vladimir Putin, a communist KGB who wants to put the old band back together. He's starting in Ukraine, and he's going to move to the Baltics and Poland after that. A safer world.
Chris is making the most fucking sense here, except for his Israel shit.
Has always been the thing that has driven our country to greater things. I'm going to be the president who will do those big things. We're not going to be small, and I'll say this.
Which makes sense. He's not really, you know.
Going to be spending the next year and a half of their life.
He's not really crazy like the other people are on this fucking debate. Fuck, I'm already starting to feel this alcohol. I've done 2 shots, so. And I'm starting to drink
Make your
a
case
beer.
to Republican voters.
Huh?
Well, certainly. What I would say without any question is that the truth of my life destroys the lies of the radical left. We need a president.
The
and a
radical
candidate-
left. Hold on, what was that?
Certainly. What I would say without any question is that the truth of my life destroys the lies of the radical left.
Oh, the truth of his life destroys the lies of the
Help
radical
our
left. Okay.
base solidify
Okay,
and drive
sure.
independent voters into our party. The Great Opportunity Party is now winning back African American voters in the
No, it's
Hispanic
not.
voters because we are
No, it's
winning
not.
on a foundation based on faith. Our nation is facing some deep challenges. It is the loss of faith in this nation that is a part of the erosion that we're seeing every single day. It's restoring faith, restoring our Christian values
Yep.
that will help this nation.
Definitely.
once again
It's restoring
become
our Christian
the city on the
values.
hill. When Ronald Reagan talked about the city on the hill,
Shit, man. If
these
it was
were
so
the
fucking
times
easy, why isn't
when
America
President Lincoln
great
talked
already?
about
Come
a house
on.
divided. That was Mark. Our
Why
founding
isn't it what you already
documents
wanted to be?
speak to
So many
the
people already
importance of
believe
the
in
faith foundation.
Christ
You
here.
don't have to be a Christian for America to work for you, but America does not work without a faith-filled Judeo-Christian foundation. I would be the president that helps us restore faith in God, faith in each other, and faith in our future.
How?
Without that focus,
How?
none of the issues, the policies,
What policies? Yeah, tell us.
being a nation that is, in fact, the city on the hill that believes in each other enough for us to fight
Senator Scott,
for that
thank you.
future.
Senator Scott, thank you. We're going to turn now to the challenges facing. As President of the United States, what would you be urging Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to do at this moment? Governor DeSantis.
I would be telling Bibi, finish the job once and for all with these butchers, Hamas. They're terrorists.
Oh, he just wants to drop a nuke on Gaza City. He's fine with that.
They would wipe every Jew off the globe
Yep.
if they could.
He's
He
fine with
cannot live
he's fine with the
with
genocide, of
threat
course.
right by his country.
He's like,
The
yeah,
Hamas
yeah,
would release
let's
every
do it. I'm
hostage.
sure
They
almost
should
everyone up
immediately
here
surrender. I'm
will
sick
be
of
that
hearing
way.
the media. I'm sick of hearing other people blame Israel just for defending itself. We will stand with Israel in word and in deed, in public and in private. And I can tell you, as governor, I actually did something about it. Biden's neglect has been atrocious. We had Floridians that were over there after the attack. He
Oh,
left them
man.
stranded. They couldn't get flights out. So I scrambled resources in Florida. I sent planes over to Israel, and I brought back over 700 people
Dude.
to safety. There could have been more hostages had we not acted. And I'll tell you this, I met the first plane load when I came to Florida.
So yeah, he's totally in on the chicanery of killing innocent Palestinians for absolutely fucking nothing. He's totally fine with it.
Was I said finish them. Finish them. And the reason is I worked on this every day when I was at the United Nations. And we have to remember that they have to, one, eliminate Hamas, two, support Israel with whatever they need whenever they need it, and three, make sure we
Again,
bring our
like I said,
hostages home.
they'll all
We
probably
need to
go
be
down this
very
road.
clear-eyed to know there would be no Hamas without Iran. There would be no Hezbollah without Iran.
There would be-
not be the Houthis without Iran.
There would be no fucking whatever the fucking called. I'm getting drunk. It's getting tough now. Hasbro or whoever the fuck they are. There wouldn't be any of them without the fascist regime of Israel. So I don't know what the fuck you're getting at. It's a moot point, Nikki.
America needs Israel. They are the tip of the spear. when
America
it
does
comes to
not
this
need Israel.
Islamic terrorism, and we need to make sure that we have their backs in that process.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Ramaswamy. Mr. Ramaswamy, any daylight between you and the
America's never properly needed Israel. We could have aligned ourselves with Egypt and been just as fine.
I would go one step further. The founding vision of
Probably.
Israel was based on the idea that they don't want to depend on anybody else's sympathy or direction in defending themselves. So what I would tell Bibi,
That's the thing, like, we don't need a direct influence, militarily speaking, on Israel, like, in using Israel. It's just Come on now, we have the fucking U.S. Navy. We've already got that in the fucking ocean.
Non-establishment of the past. Corrupt
man.
politicians in both parties spent
Fuck.
billions, killed millions, made billions for themselves in places like Iraq and Afghanistan, fighting wars that sent thousands of our sons and daughters, people my age, to die in wars that did not advance anyone's interests, adding $7 trillion to our national debt. And Joe Biden sold off our foreign policy.
Joe Brandon.
Biden got a $5 million bribe from Ukraine. That's why we're sending $200 billion back to that same country. The fact of the matter is the Republican Party is not that much better.
Dude, it is literally in a war with Russia.
Corrupt or in debt was her family. Then she becomes a military contractor. She joins the board of Boeing and otherwise, and is now a multi-millionaire. So
I'm eating this up. I love it when Ramaswamy just slams into them.
do you want a leader from a different generation who's going to put this country first? Or do you want Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels?
All right,
In
Mr.
which case we've got
Ramaswamy.
two of them on stage tonight.
Ramaswamy, thank you. Senator,
Two of them.
Scott, yes,
He's totally wearing them.
President, you're on the phone in the Oval Office with the Prime Minister. You tell him what?
Well, number one, I would tell Prime Minister Netanyahu, not only do you have the responsibility and the right to wipe
Yo, who watching?
off of the map,
Who watching?
we will support you. We will be there with you. We'll stand shoulder to
Who
shoulder.
watching?
There will be no daylight. But I would change the station
Who watching?
a little bit there and head back home to America. I would say to President Biden, diplomacy only is a weak strategy.
No one watching anymore. That's awesome. That's funny.
From President Obama to President Biden, Obama sent millions to Iran. Frankly, President Biden has sent billions to Iran. That is why I've said that there's blood dripping from the hands of President Obama and President Biden. I would tell President Biden with great clarity,
You could just make shit up.
40 plus attacks on military personnel in the Middle East. You have to
You can just go up on the stage and make whatever bullshit up you want.
to have strikes in Syria on warehouses, you actually have to cut off the head of the snake, and the head of the snake is Iran and not simply their proxies. In order for us to have a powerful response from America, we have to be in a position of strength. As President of the United States, my
How
former
much strength do you fucking want?
cannot negotiate with evil.
Do you want to double our military budget for this?
Thank you.
Probably.
Chris, I want to get you to weigh in here.
Look, Lester,
Take away all the fucking protections for kids here in America for it.
To Prime Minister Netanyahu is pretty simple. America is here, no matter what it is you need at any time to preserve the state of Israel. Remember that Hamas's main goal is to get rid of Israel, is to get Israel absolutely off the map. Now, there are three things I think I would say to him when he asked for it.
And it's Israel's goal to get Palestine off the map by any means necessary.
The integrity of Israel. Secondly, to make sure you protect the security and the safety of your people. Every time something compromise either one of those things, it creates greater unrest in the entire region. Second, you must go in and make sure that Hamas can never do this again. The fact is that Israel and their intelligence community failed. They failed here, and they failed the people of the state of Israel. And so we need to work closely and better together to make sure.
Yo, Gary,
one,
where
that
my
they're
Glock?
divided, and two, that we know everything that's going on inside the Gaza Strip, when it's going on, so that something
Chris,
like this can't happen.
my brain
1,400
is going
individuals.
nowhere with you.
To keep your eye on the ball.
Do you support the use of military force by the United States against Iran?
The use of military force against
Yes, I'd
Iran.
first like to say they're 5-inch heels, and I don't wear them unless you can run in them.
5-inch heels.
I wear heels. They're not for a fashion statement. They're for ammunition. What we need to be doing for Iraq and Syria is, first of all,
Dude,
the
they're
idea that our
heels.
men and women could be targeted.
You
And
mean
that we've allowed
ammunition?
Almost 100 hits to happen under Biden's watch is unthinkable.
Am I not
We
getting something? I'm probably not getting something. Doesn't fucking matter.
We shouldn't be doing the tit for tat like what Joe Biden has done. We need to go and take out their infrastructure that they are using to make those strikes with so they can never do it again. Iran responds to strength. You punch them one and you punch them hard and they will back off. But what we don't need is Biden falling all over himself to get back in the Iran deal. Him giving $6 billion to get 5 hostages home. Him telling
Yeah, Trump gutted the Iran deal, which was one of the only ways that we could have watched them and prevented them from developing nuclear technology. But now, without it, they just will. Which is what they're fine with. They're fine with another arms race. They want to have war with Iran. Like, that's what she's saying.
Launched another one of its limited airstrikes against targets in Iranian linked facilities.
Jewish students across the country are threatened and under attack. What do you say to Jewish students on college campuses who feel unsafe given the dramatic rise in anti-Semitism? And what do you say to university presidents and college presidents who have not met the moral clarity to forcefully condemn Hamas terrorism?
Mr. Ramaswamy, would you like to take that one?
Absolutely. I think the scourge of anti-Semitism across this country, including at places like my alma maters and places like Brooklyn Bridge in New York, it's sad to see, but here's what history teaches us.
But
Anti-Semitism is a symptom of a deeper cancer in a country and a society that is lost, and we are lost. Several years ago when I wrote my first book, Woke Inc., I was talking about
Woke
death to America,
Inc.
death to white people, death to Christians. Nobody was waking up back then. Now it's even bad. Now they're saying death to Israel and worse. So it is wrong, but we have to get to the root cause here. Now, I think it's really important that we do this through leadership, not censorship. Leadership means fill that void with purpose and meaning. Dilute this wokeism and anti-Semitism to irrelevance. These kids, they have no idea.
So, nothing what he's really saying means too much. He's saying a fuck ton of buzzwords altogether. But what he's trying to get at here is, oh no, the left is supporting the Palestinians and we're going to strawman it as they all want Israelis dead. That's just what it is. That's all he's fear-mongering about right here.
Don't quash
students to encourage terrorism, mass murder, and genocide.
That's what Israel's doing.
Today, period.
Oh, okay, use it against the ones promoting Israel then.
Who are encouraging
But you won't.
genocide. I would deport you from those campuses. We have to stand
I don't think anyone's
strong
supporting
with our
Jewish
At the
fucking
end of the day,
genocide
we should not
in the
have
campuses,
our
dude.
Jewish students
And if
in
they
the
are, they are
library
fucking
being
lunatics, but
told to hide.
almost no one's doing that,
On
man.
our streets in New York, a Jewish citizen has the right to walk
Again,
on the
non-issues.
streets of America with no fear. They have the
Not
right
actually
to go to
focusing on issues that matter.
go to class and not fear. We will restore that. I started working on anti-Semitism on college campuses in 2017 because even then there was a rise of anti-Semitism on college campuses.
Wah,
We
wah,
must
wah.
force the
Wah,
people
wah,
off
wah,
those campuses
wah,
and force
wah.
them.
Thank you. Let me
Ba,
turn
da,
to
ba,
Governor DeSantis here. What do you think about what he just said?
I was the first presidential candidate to say, if you are here on a student visa as a foreign national, you're making common cause with Hamas, I'm canceling your visa and I'm sending you home. No questions asked. Second, I have friends here in Florida who their kids do not feel safe even going to university campus at all outside of the state of Florida. You have Jewish students fleeing for their lives at Cooper Union. Joe Biden should have the Department of
Joe Brandon. That's his name. Thank you very much.
Accountable for civil rights violations. When you should not have money going to these places. I already acted in Florida. We had a group, Students for Justice of Palestine. They said they are common cause with Hamas. They said, we're not just in solidarity. This is what we are.
Oh, well,
We
don't hit your
deactivate
mic like that, man.
state tax
Like you
dollars
hit your dick every night.
jihad. No way. And what is Biden doing? Not
Dude,
only
he's
is he not
he's
helping
making
the
it too
Jewish
easy.
students who are being persecuted, he is launching an initiative to combat
Yeah.
so-called Islamophobia.
Biden.
No, it's
Yeah, how dare
anti-Semitism
he?
that's spiraling
How
out
dare
of control.
Biden make it easier for people of other faiths to feel comfortable?
campuses any longer.
All right, Governor, thank you.
Yeah, how dare he? How dare he make people feel more comfortable? Fuck him. What a lunatic. I'm being honest. Chris Christie is the most sound guy here.
Simply afraid right now in this current environment that we're talking about.
I think you look at the country, and the country is all out of sorts.
Oh,
I think, look at what these kids are dealing with on college campuses. What makes me so angry is not only do you have the kids barricaded
and right back to
in
the
library,
college campuses.
They said they were going to shoot up the kosher dining hall. You've got kids' dorm rooms who are being set on fire because they have something related to Israel on their doors. No person should ever feel in danger like this. And this is what I would say about our college presidents, is if the KKK were doing this, every college president would be up in arms. This is no different. You should treat it exactly.
Source? You have a source, please? I'm gonna need a source on this. This is a little extraordinary.
In favor of Hamas. Let me remind you something. Hamas said death to Israel and death to America.
This reminds me of a Christian man who once tried to set fire to the Satanic Temple in Salem, Massachusetts. But you didn't see everyone comparing him to the KKK, didn't you? No, she's just, again, more finger-mongering. This bitch is just full of hate. Full of it.
Thank you. Kristen.
Lester, thank you. This is another question for the entire field, so you will all get a chance to respond. But Senator Scott, I'd like to start with you. The United States has given Ukraine financial and military support since the war.
Financial? Stop saying it like that, you bitches. It's
the price will be higher
financial.
And Americans would be forced to, quote, send your sons and daughters to defend NATO countries. Senator Scott, where do you stand on more funding for Ukraine?
I certainly have been very supportive of Ukraine. I believe that ultimately we should make sure that the President of the United States states what is America's national vital interest in Ukraine. It is actually in degrading the Russian military. We've been very effective using our resources and our weaponry and the incredibly high
praise be
Ukrainian blood to achieve that objective.
Praise be
we get closer to
U.S. munitions.
And that's good news. But the American people are frustrated that they do not have a president
Lockheed
who
Martin
reminds us and tells us where's the
Boeing
where
and
are those dollars? How are those dollars being spent? We need those answers for us to
stuff.
continue to see the support for Ukraine. And at the same time, I would say that a package that's been offered by the president for Ukraine and Israel, that's the wrong approach. We need to focus specifically on providing Israel with the $14 billion that they need so that we show the world that we are
They don't need it. Stand shoulder to shoulder with genocide. Gotcha.
I believe that we have sleeper terrorist cells in America. Thousands of people have come from Yemen, Iran, Syria, and Iraq. If we are going to have a national security emergency at our border, we have to do it now.
Senator Scott, thank you. But just to be very clear, if you were president, if you were in the Oval Office today, would you sign off on more military funding for Ukraine, or would you discontinue it?
Bottom line is we have to first have the level of accountability that allows the American people to understand where the resources have gone. Number one. Number two, after we have that responsibility taken care of and accountability, then we have an opportunity to look at the overall strategy that helps us to grow the Russian military while we use our resources and, frankly, keeping our NATO partners safe from the Russian military is absolutely essential, as you understand.
This sounds like a yes without saying yes. Oh my god. What a non-answer. Of course, yeah, Vivek is like, what? This is just a non-answer. What are you talking about?
The Russian military. By doing so, we actually achieve the objective of
dude, what are you doing?
Home. And that's good news.
What are you
Are you persuaded by President Zelensky's urgent new plea? Where do you stand on more funding?
I'm absolutely unpersuaded. And I'm actually enjoying watching the Ukraine Hawks quietly tiptoe back from from their position as this thing has unwound into a disaster. The first half of this race, I was the only person
unwound into a disaster.
around to being more cautious as they should. Level with the American people here. Ukraine is not a paragon of democracy. This is a country that has banned 11 opposition parties. It has consolidated all media into one state TV media arm. That's not democratic. It has threatened not to hold elections this year unless the U.S. forks over more money. That is not democratic. It has celebrated a Nazi in its ranks, the comedian in cargo pants, a man called Zelensky, doing it in their own ranks. That is not democratic.
Zelensky is not a Nazi. Vivek Ramaswamy. Shit.
Luhansk, Donetsk.
Chill,
These are
no.
Russian-speaking regions that have not even been part of Ukraine.
He just called Zelensky a Nazi. Vivek, I don't care what the fuck you have to say about this anymore. You're categorically a fucking clown.
Taxpayer money to fund the banning of Christians. That is actually what's happening. They're using the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. They have banned them. The Ukrainian parliament just did this last week. It's supported by our dollars. And I think you owe it to the American people, Nikki, to at least this one time at least condemn.
Thank you. That's time.
At least to
Mr.
condemn
Ramaswamy,
their
thank
banning
you.
of Christians.
Mr. Ramaswamy,
or else
thank
we're
you.
talking out of both sides
Mr.
of our mouth.
Ramaswamy, thank you. We asked the questions. Ambassador Haley,
Well, she deserves to
what
answer.
is your take on more funding for Ukraine?
I am telling you, Putin and President Xi are salivating at the thought that someone like that could become president. They would
Yeah.
love to
The
see
fact of the matter is she doesn't answer
So
the
this is
question.
what
Nikki's right about that.
Driving Russia into China's hands because of the
Dude, mute his mic!
The ambassador has the floor.
400 ships in 2 years. We won't even have 350 ships in 2 decades. China has built up their military. It's not just land, air, and sea.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
They
2
have artificial
decades.
intelligence, they're doing space. America
US
needs
can
to
build a
modernize our
fuck ton of
military.
ships in
We
a
need to
short
do
amount of
everything
time,
we can.
trust
The
me.
first thing is you go and you make sure you have the backs of Ukraine. That's why the Taiwanese want us to support
I know
Ukraine,
the
because
US
they know that
industrial
sends the
capacity
biggest
for
message
war.
to China. The second thing is we go to China and we start being tough on them. No more sales of
It's just as great as in World War II. Of course, more. No, there is no discussion here. The US has more resources and toys of war than anyone else can muster. Period. In a direct fight, China doesn't win this. China doesn't necessarily want to win this in a direct way. They want to slowly pressure, keep slowly pressuring until they think that there's an event horizon where they are capable of taking the initiative. Yeah, I muted Haley there because it's fucking insane.
South Carolina. What he left out, though, Ron, and be honest about,
Notice, he's not gripping it. Everyone else is.
there was a lot
But now
of
he is.
exemption to that bill that allowed to buy land within a
No.
DeSantis is still the front leading guy compared to Trump. Trump is, according to 538, is still leading at 56.5%. So here's the thing. At the end of the day, this Republican presidential debate is all just smoke and mirrors. And it only matters in the outcome where Trump is just totally destroyed legally, which there is a possibility of not happening. So, but most likely he's going to face serious legal repercussions, Trump. So this kind of debate actually does matter. The Republican caucus might actually decide on something else to go with entirely. Oh, it looks like there's a break. Fuck whatever they're saying. Oof. It was cut off the whole time. That's hilarious. Here, I'd have to put it right there. Then it would work? Nope. There it goes. Alright, well now we got it fixed. That's fucking hilarious. Well, we can watch the rest of it in a regular way now. And we're back.
And welcome back to tonight's NBC News Republican presidential debate. Once again, here's Hugh Hewitt.
Thank you, Lester. We're going to stay on.
Look at this glass table. I've seen this kind of structure before in glass tables. Anyways.
On China, and we're going to talk specifically TikTok following the flooding of pro-Hamas propaganda onto TikTok accounts across the United States.
TikTok, wick wack. I'm fucking blasted at this point.
Adversary, one used to push propaganda and divide America. It's spyware.
Gotta drink more.
Surveillance. Governor Christie, do you agree with Chairman Gallagher? And if so, would you ban or force the sale of TikTok?
I agree 100% with Chairman Gallagher, and let me say this.
Hell yeah, get rid of that cringe TikTok. All those good memes and bad memes shall be gone. I wonder how long it'll take for Chris Christie to finally get in office to enact this fucking religiously ordained legislation. Fuck, I'm really drunk.
Administration. He talked tough.
Cheers, mate.
I heard him do it many times, but when it came down to it, he did not ban them when he could have and should have. And now since then, we've had an additional nearly 6 years of this type of poison being put out throughout the United States, even putting aside the spying, which we know is going on, and the theft of American personal.
Don't drink poison, aka don't drink whatever the fuck I'm drinking.
We would ban TikTok. They want to go ahead and sell it? Let them go ahead and sell it. But I'll tell you another reason we would do it. Facebook's not in China. X is not in China.
It could be.
They're not
It could be.
free flow of information.
You know, oh fuck, I just spilled water all over me.
Social media companies.
I'm good, it wasn't much.
Just open the door
You know,
and let them do what they're doing. TikTok should.
If Facebook expanded into fucking China land, same thing with X, they'd actually make some money for a change.
China allowed American apps to operate in China.
Yes, I think that China's the top threat we face. They've been very effective at infiltrating.
Water's
different
good
parts of
when
our
you drink
society.
alcohol.
So my policy on China and the Chinese Communist Party is very simple. We win, they lose. And in order to do that,
We
it's not
win,
just military,
they
it's
come.
economic, it's cultural. And as the dad of a 6'5" and a 3-year-old,
They're like, oh my god, the US just beat us.
data that they're getting from our young people and what they're doing to pollute the minds
Yeah,
of our young
they're
people.
polluting
These kids
all
get
of
these
us.
devices and they
You
have
see
a mind
me?
of their own, and I know a lot of
I
parents
am young
look at it,
people.
it's hard to even keep it out. China's obviously the
TikTok
most
is polluting my
extreme.
mind.
This is happening
I've never
in other things.
installed
So
TikTok,
we
by
are
the
gonna
way.
do that, and we are going to make sure to protect the American people. It's a full spectrum approach to be able to fend China off. Yes, military deterrence. Yes, economic decoupling, but also their role in our culture. If we don't,
I don't think-
that, we're not going to be able to win the fight.
I don't think total economic decoupling is a good idea with China. Globalization with China, intermingling them with our economy is a good idea.
Let me respond.
Keeps
So
them
let's
from
first talk
fucking
about
with us
the
too
fact
much
that
because
they wanna talk
if they
about the
fuck with us, they
Chinese
lose a
brand.
lot of economic
From 10
deals,
years
of
ago.
course.
Yes, I brought a fiberglass company 10 years ago to South Carolina. But Ron,
Same
you
thing with
are
us, but
chair of your
we're the United
Economic
States. We can
Development
always
Agency that
change
as
pretty
of
quickly.
last week
We've done it before, we
said
can do it again.
Florida is the ideal place for Chinese businesses. Not only that, you have a company
Look at him, he's a
that is
goober.
manufacturer of Chinese
Big
military
goober
planes.
face.
You have it. They are expanding 2 training sites.
He's
at 2
such
of
a
your airports
goober.
now,
Look at
one of
him.
which is
He's a goober.
then you have another company that's expanding, and they
Nala.
are designated by the Department of Homeland Security.
You
So
gotta calm
mine
down.
was 10 years ago.
She's
and
growling
look
at
what
someone
they
outside the
decided to do.
window.
What's your story?
And I abolished that agency that she's talking about.
No,
Enterprise Florida.
You might not be able to see her on the
abolished it, and
camera.
of course we banned
You
them.
definitely can't see her on the camera.
Not exactly as
Just by the
much as a
window.
pitch if you're banning them from purchasing land.
Yes.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Keep talking over each other.
We've talked about this. You campaign on TikTok. How How do you get TikTok banned if you
Yeah, you campaign on it.
I want to laugh at why Nikki Haley didn't answer your question, which is about looking at families in the eye. In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family.
Yo! Sick bird, yo. I'm using the Chinese spying app, but so is your daughter. Oh.
To say that we're just going to ban one app. We got to go further. We have to ban any
Hey, you got up.
company actually transferring U.S. data to the Chinese. Here's a story most people don't know. Airbnb.
This is a dog.
U.S. user data to the CCP.
No one's ever seen one before.
So this is the problem.
Fuck.
Republicans that
No one's
go the way the winds blow.
No one's ever shut the fuck up. No one's ever seen a dog before. I'd like to present first photographic evidence of a dog. That's you. She's so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. Oh, it's okay. I'm here to pet you. You're fine. I got you. Back to politics.
Ambassador Haley,
more Republicans will join it, but stop U.S. companies from turning over data to Chinese companies. That's the real
moderators like
answer, not the virtue
Kristen
signal.
don't get to respond to personal attacks, but you do.
Thank you very much. You know, when he talks about me praising China, he doesn't know the fact that the reason China was praised was because I negotiated with China and Russia the largest set of sanctions against North
China.
Korea in a generation. That is literally the reason North Korea stopped testing ballistic missiles. So I said China
She's
did
good.
good on their part. That was a
You said
negotiation
they're a
you
great
could
friend
never
is
do.
what you said, Nikki. Those are your words, not mine. And so just own up to it.
You would
They're
never
a great
choose
friend.
negotiation done
The best friends.
against China.
China? China, China.
Every day I
Fuck.
fought China.
Nala, we got hair all over my keyboard.
Any agency heads in UN. I did it by making sure that we called them out on human rights. I did it by making sure that we held them accountable on everything that they did. That's the reason we got out of the Human Rights Council. That's the reason we called them out. And there's not been a day I haven't stopped.
Yes, that is a great thing to be out of the Human Rights Council. As the United States.
We should. I appreciate y'all.
Fucking shit,
This is
man.
wonderful answer. I love this. Now, question. What we should do is ban TikTok, period. Now, we saw under former
Yes, finally a candidate we can get behind.
but was struck down by our federal court.
Strike down the unbased TikTok.
Chinese presence on the app, period. We also should provide, in my Parents' Bill of Rights, we give parents the opportunity.
Parents'
to
Bill
give
of
their
Rights.
Kids permission under 14 to be on those apps. I think it's incredibly important for us as Americans to take back
You need
control of the information.
parental permission to be on that kind of
Where
shit.
does it go? We
That's
should
fucking
know
stupid,
that.
I do
One of the ways that we get to know
gotta say that.
is by having a parental consent. But if we
I was on Facebook when I was like 10 or 11.
First step. But it's not just TikTok. China continues
I was on YouTube. I was on YouTube in 2007. 2006 and 2007 when it was like brand new. And sure as shit, I saw things that I shouldn't have seen. But that's the reality of fucking life, dumbass.
We stop that day
Sometimes you see shit that you're not supposed to see.
that we create six-figure income for jobs made in America through my strategy.
Kristen.
Hugh, thank you so much. We're now going to
Fuck, I gotta piss. They just took an ad break. I should have done it then.
Many Venezuelan immigrants are settling right here in Florida. Former President Trump and President Biden have taken
I'll stick around as long as I can.
Maduro's regime with little result. Former President Trump put economic pressure on Venezuela and backed one of Maduro's
Trump?
rivals. President Biden temporarily eased sanctions.
More
to
like
encourage electoral.
Stumpf.
DeSantis, do you see the political situation in Venezuela as a threat to the United States, and what would your
You don't like capitalism, yet you exist. iPhone, Venezuela, bottom text. 100 million dead.
energy costs, but we're also going to be more energy independent and secure. We'll choose Midland over Moscow. We'll choose the Marcellus over the Mullahs, and we'll choose Bakken over Beijing. That is good.
He means
for
Baku.
America's national security. Biden's Green New Deal.
I want
Good for
Baku
Venezuela,
over
it's good for
Beijing.
Russia, it's good for Iran,
Baku
and it's
got
good for China.
all that
So I would turn
oil.
the screws on the Venezuelan
Baku
regime. I think
got
it's a corrupt,
all them
dictatorial regime.
hoes.
Never go hat in hand begging for oil from them.
Just to be clear,
Go to Baku then.
sanctions?
Fucking.
Yes, absolutely.
Ambassador Haley, what would your approach be?
You know, I stood on the Simon Bolivar Bridge and watched thousands of
Where the fuck is that?
Venezuelans cross for hours in the hot sun, holding their babies to get to
Oh,
one
probably
day
on the
that
southern border.
day, going from
Something like that.
Venezuela to Colombia. They were fleeing socialism and begging for freedom. We need to make sure that we do everything we can to.
They were fleeing persecution, not socialism.
Temporary priority status, which is just going to have more.
Also, they were fleeing the effects of American imperialism across that region.
That's true. He opposed it before Florida voters even voted on it. He was praised by the Sierra Club, and you're trying to make up for it and act like you weren't a liberal when it comes to the
Gotta
environment.
stand like a good boy.
You always have been. Just own it. If that's the case, but don't keep saying you're something that you're not.
Let me respond to that.
Dude, DeSantis is so fucking weak, I swear.
Energy plan, you can't get the shale without fracking. We are absolutely going to frack, but I disagree with Nikki Haley. I don't think it's a good.
Yo, we gonna frack. Like, she told me, and we're totally gonna frack later.
Thank you. Let's turn to one of the
Look at his smile. He looks so.
Go to all of you. An Iowa voter recently told NBC News, "How am I going to make sure my
He's
kids
trying
are
so
without
hard
breaking the bank?"
to be the new guy.
Rising prices is to cut government spending. But that would take time to play out, and Americans are struggling right now. Senator Scott, I'll start with
Sure
you.
as fuck
What
are.
would you do the moment you take office to help Americans manage the cost of living? So we're talking about short term here.
My mother was a single mother who raised me and my
Short
brother
term
in
on
a
the
very
berm.
challenging economic situation.
Gotta meet
The
that
first
fern.
thing I can tell you is that when your gas prices are 40% higher right now than they were just a little over 2 years ago, that's not a problem for my mom.
2 years ago was 2021. 2021 around 20.
Keystone pipeline and start seeing resources flow. Secondly, I would do is make sure that there's certainty and predictability.
It's roughly correct, I think. At least compared to gas prices around here. Here in central Indiana, it's about like anywhere from in between like 3.2 to $3.45 right now. Somewhere around there. Depends on what you get, of course. So. You know, fuck all these cunts. I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll be back within like probably a minute.
Bidenomics. I'm going to rip it up. I'm going to throw it in the trash can.
Bidenomics.
That is going to give the economy breathing room. And I'm also.
Biden program will continue are the ones who are bidding this up. And let me tell you the other
Biden.
bidding it up.
Brandon. How dare Brandon do anything against the will of him, the one, the only Ronald Reagan and his Reaganomics. Because we know that those work.
Be realistic about this. There are only 3 things that go into determining whether Social Security can be solvent or not. Retirement age, eligibility for the program.
Yeah, but this hurts people who are closer to that age, of course. And
but on eligibility also.
In the short term, that is. In the long term, this is going to hurt so many young people because it's just piling on to the fact that even more young people won't be able to afford a retirement in come years from now with things looking how they are now. I'll say that.
You determined if you would touch entitlements in Social Security.
Let's touch on that. It should reflect on life expectancy. Well, life expectancy here in the U.S. is only about like 75-ish to maybe 77 years old. Around there. That's only about 2 years, give or take. So, that's like a total of 10 years because the age of retirement here in the US is about 65 years of age. So, that's only 10 years. And by that point, you're already old-ish. Some people in their 60s are definitely better than others. And then some are like basically in their 80s when they're in their 60s. Depending on what kind of jobs they worked, what kind of stress levels they experienced, what kind of other bullshit might have affected them, of course. So, the concept of raising the retirement age with the current boons of economic exploitation that capitalism is sicking on the U.S. economy shows to me, at least, that raising the retirement age is bullshit. It's just economic bullshit made up by the Republican Party to cause more suffering. There's nothing to it.
Americans last year. Go to the source. It is the reason why we'll continue to say we will end all normal trade relations.
That's not the source of the problem, though, Nikki Haley. The source of where the drugs are coming from is not the source of the problem. That's simply the source of where the drugs are coming from. The problem is the drug use. Now, you don't criminalize drug use. That doesn't work. What you instead do is decriminalize such drugs. And you set up funding for treatment centers to help people who are hooked on this stuff to get off, to set up established lives and patterns and paths in their lives to get back on the right track. That is actually how you get out of this. But they're not focused on that. They're focused on punishing just people, whether or not they're innocent or guilty of funneling drugs.
Trump would be the party's best choice to tackle.
Why was she looking at that? Did you see that? Look at her. Watch this.
Focus on any topic you didn't have time
Look at her.
why you and not
She's just staring at the camera like a fucking goob.
Cultural and spiritual.
That was
We need
weird.
A renewal, a great awakening. We should reject the left's valueless, faithless, fatherless society. We should turn back to faith, patriotism.
Yes.
and
Let's
individual
turn back
responsibility.
to the
Stop choosing
to
victory
faith.
and start choosing victory.
To faith. Did you know that you are over 600 times more likely to be, as a child, to be raped by a member of the clergy, a member of a religious, be a religious employee, than by a transgender person? Bet you didn't.
Win the war for our Christian conservative values that changed my life.
Which I can show you, because he's going off about his religious conservative values. I'm just going to show you, because I can find it. So, as of October 25th, this is when I made this archive, so this is, 1 to 2 weeks old, but I'm drunk, so give me a bit. So you are more likely to be, as a child, to be raped by a clergy member by like 600 to 1 compared to a transgender person. Again, this is according to the data by Who's Making the News, which is a trustworthy organization that compiles data on this. 3.9K offenders, with only 3 of those offenders being transgender. So you are 1 in a million. 1 in 1.391 chance of getting raped by a transgender person. Meanwhile, for a clergy member, the estimated number of ordained clergy in the U.S., Harvard Institute of Religious Research, 1 in 2,239, compared to over 1 million of transgender people. Just only double of that for, well, I guess half of that of the members of police officers. 1 in 4,000. You are more likely to be raped by a police officer, or a member of the clergy, or a member of teachers, or a member of politicians than transgender people. But this is what they constantly push. Back to the debate.
Sanders, you're closing. You have 1 minute.
We must reverse our country's decline, and that is going to require leadership. I will take the hits, I will take the arrows, I will take the barbs, because it's not about me, it's about you. It's not about the past, it's about your future. We are going to fight for you. I am going to
Out of
win
fucking
for you
beer,
and your
damn it.
family, and I'm going to lead this country's revival. As a veteran of the Iraq War and in the
A
Navy,
revival.
I will always put
Christian
service
revival.
above
You ever been to a
self as
revival?
president.
I've always
As a
wanted to go to a
father of 3 young
revival.
kids, I'm going to ensure that this country is
I'm
left to the next
gone.
generation in better shape than we found it. And as the governor of Florida, I delivered on all my promises, and you can trust me to deliver for you as the President of the United States. I am asking for your vote. I'll be a nominee that will be able to win the election. I will be a leader you can be proud of, and as your president, I will not let you down. God bless you.
Governor DeSantis, thank you.
Good job, DeSantis. You've only got 2 minutes left of this debate.
The next line says, if the audience can hold their applause. That didn't work out. But anyway, for just a few more seconds, I'll ask you to just hold the applause. On behalf of my fellow moderators, I want to thank the candidates for their time and for this spirited
Oh, that's
debate.
it. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess I'll close it out then, just for myself. So, this debate was not exactly fun to watch, even as inebriated as I am. So I'll try and give a drunken analysis of the debate that I just watched, which was incoherent in certain places, of course. Out of all of the GOP front runners here that were at the debate, I do think that Chris Christie was the most sensible. But that does not mean that he's at all going to see a presidential nominee for the GOP. I don't think he'll get it at all. I think that is most likely for Trump to get it still, even though he wasn't here. And we can follow up with what Trump was doing at some town hall or whatever. Some rally that he had. It wasn't a town hall. It was a rally near where he was. This debate was at. Oh, excuse me. And some of it was focused on Israel. Some of it was focused on Ukraine. a decent amount was focused on here in the domestic issues here in the United States. But I think it is very telling that the GOP does not have the common interests of the average U.S. citizen or voter. I think that the recent wins with the Democrats here in November of 2023 have been telling of what will eventually come in 2024 with a new election cycle coming around. So I think the GOP was pretty fucking weak this time around with their debates, amongst themselves at least. Especially with NBC, not a very left-leaning news outlet, trying to question them and press them, even just the minute amount that they do. I think that the GOP is in quite a bit of trouble. So we'll see what happens in the next coming months, and I certainly look forward to what the Democrats' response to certain things made in this debate will be. Probably nothing much, but overall, of course, not directly, but over these next few months, what the Democrats will decide to focus on will be important to the 2024 election cycle. The Republican focus on LGBTQ topics, on abortion, on the Jewish state, Israel specifically, on Israel being the country that we need to protect, we need to support without any question, I think will lead to detrimental consequences in the 2024 election. It's a whole year off, so we'll fucking see. But I'm pretty fucking drunk when I say all this, so keep that in mind too. I think that the odds of a Dem win overall in 2024 is likely, especially with how things have turned out in 2023, with Ohio enshrining with Ohio enshrining abortion rights, with Ohio voting to legalize recreational marijuana, with the wins in Kentucky, with the wins in Virginia, whatnot. It matters overall what is happening right now. Even here in Indiana, with the local election in Marion County for mayor, for the mayoral seat, Joe Hogsett versus Shreve. Shreve had over double the funding than Hogsett, but Hogsett still won. So I think that the GOP in general is in trouble. Now, with how things currently stand, here and today, on the 8th of November, 2023, I think that the GOP will struggle to build up votes. Oh, that's my dog right over there. Will struggle to build up votes for all of their policies that they want to push forward for, and of course for their Republican constituents who are vying for places in the House, in the Senate, and in local elections. I think that abortion, I think that, of course, the current issues in Israel will affect the 2024 election cycle, but remains to be seen to what extent. We will see how it turns out. And I am more than happy to cover what will happen in the next few months. So, we'll see what happens. I am Poopy Monkey. Thank you for watching.